Ole Miss head football coach Lane Kiffin appeared on the Pat McAfee show today. Denang reports the school gave him an ultimatum on whether to stay or go.
That's absolutely not true. There's been no ultimatum, anything like that at all. And so I don't know where that came from, like a lot of stuff that comes out there. Like I said, man, we're having a blast. I love it here.
Reports yesterday stated Kiffin's family recently took trips to Gainesville and Baton Rouge. He was not asked about those reports. Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers has a fracture at his left wrist that won't require surgery, according to head coach Mike Tomlin. Rodgers will not practice on Wednesday, but he hasn't been ruled out of their Week 12 matchup against the Bears. Texans have ruled out quarterback C.J. Stroud, still in concussion protocol. He won't play Thursday against the Bills, despite practicing today. NFL has reinstated free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. Lakers forward LeBron James remains questionable to make his season debut tonight against the Jazz. I'm Dan Beyer.
Yo, we're going to bring the heat today, Tuesday with C&R. And Covino, hasn't that been your phrase with the women for years? Steve Covino, good enough.
No, Steve Covino brings the heat. That's my motto.
Oh, brings the heat. All right.
Yeah, brings the heat. Feel the heat.
What's up, bud?
Ready or not, some like it hot. So I'm Covino. That is Rich. Danny G is here. Iowa Sam. Spotty on the videos. If you want to play along, you want to be down like James Brown, you want to be official like Danielle Fishel. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. You could see us live. You could hear us. You could be part of the live chat. Most inclusive show on radio welcomes you. Covino and Rich FSR. We got Dan Beyer here. We be rocking out. Let's go.
Now, hey, so much to get to today.
So much.
And by the way, don't be jealous. My pal Simon at the iHeart facility here in Texas. Look at this. Been working for this company for years. I finally got an iHeart t-shirt.
Yeah, I was going to say, it'd be cool if you got me one. So
that's good.
Thank you, guys. If you want to see the t-shirt, if you want to see my Taco Tuesday Vato Loco t-shirt, if you want to see us live, Covino and Rich FSR. If you want to win some prizes, we got Showboy Mahomes. He shows up. If you want to see him in studio giving away prizes, Covino and Rich FSR, your chance to win some trivia later today. We'll talk more. Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, there's some updates there. But first and first, mostly, hope you had a great Monday night. A Dallas Cowboys, a 4-5-1 Dallas Cowboys over your stink-ass Raiders, Danny G. They might be the worst team in the league.
The Raiders
definitely have the worst O-line. A lot of backups, but still.
You know what they got? An oh-no line.
They have the worst. Remember what I told you in the preseason? They have the worst depth in the league. If a starter goes down, they are screwed.
You know, I take no pride in saying that. I'm not one to take jabs, when people are down. Danny G's a hardcore Raiders fan. But talk about, we'll put it this way. This old man was snoring. Boring. Unless, of course, you're a Cowboys fan. 33-16. Your 2-8 Raiders fell short last night, which means I dipped out mid-fourth quarter, and I put on the Eddie Murphy documentary, which was worth the watch, Rich. You were right about that.
I finished that. Yeah, that was a good one.
You know he's such a legend, but you see the human side of him, which makes him more likable because he's older now, and he could look back and be proud of the guy he once was and still is, but it's a different perspective when you see him, the family man. That's on Netflix. And then I watched part 2 of A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez versus A-Rod on HBO Max. Another great behind-the-look sort of view on a legend. So I hope your Monday night was great. Let's have a kick-ass Tuesday, Rich.
Let's go. Hey, like you said, we're going to give away prizes with Mahomes Trivia. We're going to talk Draymond. I have 2 wild stories you got to stick around for. One has to do with a mystery dinner I'm going on tonight.
That sounds shady. I mean, it sounds interesting.
You know what? Honestly, it does. So stick around for the details of this mystery dinner. Also, a wicked dumb decision I made. So I made a terrible decision. a mystery dinner, but we got to kick things off with a guy that is so underrated. I feel like there's something getting in the way of us acknowledging Austin Reaves as a superstar.
Honestly, it's the most obvious observation, which would be an obvious observation. But could it be that he's just such an unassuming superstar? Like, he's such a goober, such a aw shucks kind of guy that he doesn't get the credit he deserves?
Just say out loud what everyone's thinking.
I'm just
he's
saying,
like a goofy-looking white guy.
Yeah, maybe that's what gets in his way, because the stats are showing otherwise. The stats are saying he's on his way. He's on his way to superstardom. He's on his way to being a bigger star. He already should be that guy because he's got the numbers and he's on the Lakers. He's in L.A. He's playing with Luka and maybe tonight with LeBron. Like, he should already be that guy, but he's taken like a slow burn to the mountaintop.
You just said it. You said it. I'll give you the analogy. As our show intro said, I could somehow turn an analogy. What was it? Micah Parsons and sweaters? How about this? The Bachelor and Austin Reaves.
Okay.
You ever watch The Bachelor? Might have got stuck watching with the girlfriend or wife.
Unfortunately, yes.
And you see all these girls on the show.
Ooh.
And in their hometown, they're the hottest. Ooh. Every dude gives them attention. Ooh, she's from Salt Lake City. She's from Austin. She's from Nashville. In their town, oh my God, everyone's sweating them, drooling over them. But then when you put them in a room with 25 other hot girls, it's like pageant life. They're all hot. So you better step it up. And I think Austin Reaves is just in a room with Luka, LeBron. He was in a room with Anthony Davis. L.A. and the Lakers, stars.
I don't even know if it's that. Actually, that's a great analogy, so I'm not dumping on it. It's actually a solid analogy. Maybe he's just not sexy enough for L.A., and he has to put up circus numbers to really get their attention.
So you think he needs a glow up? You think he needs an Austin Reaves L.A. glow up?
A regular-looking guy, regular fella, and that's what makes him extra charming and I think more dangerous because people don't expect that from this guy. But like I said, the numbers say otherwise. Check this out.
Are you saying that he is wearing Adam Sandler shorts to the gym when he should be wearing like Aloe or Lululemon or something?
Yeah, he needs a glow up. Get this.
Okay, let's hear it.
Austin Reaves has the second most 25-point games by a Laker guard since 2000. Only Kobe had more. Second only to Kobe is unreal.
Kobe.
So Reaves is now in serious company. But he has to be at Kobe level to start getting this recognition. Yeah, everybody knows he's got game. Everybody knows he's what did they describe him as earlier? Like he's a bad man kind of. I forget how he was described, but on the court they know he's great, but the world needs to recognize. And then
I'm telling you, there's a sense of he's a gooberish white guy, and I think people compare him to like Caruso for some reason, or like
because he's white. Because he's white and unassuming.
Yeah, it's just there's something to be said about that, and like that's not racist. It's not. It is. Just, but
I think Caruso had more swag right off the bat. Austin Reaves had to find the headband and get the floppy hair to the side.
But you know what it is? Like, we can't be fake about this. If you go to the schoolyard and you see some dad with whack-ass shorts and a headband on, and he's beating the young, flashy players in, like, schoolyard ball, that's sort of what Austin Reaves is doing. Everyone else seems like they have way more swag and way more style and way everything. And this guy he knows how to ball. And like you said, there's nothing sexy about him. Even his post games, like he's charming in a goofy way.
I forget what Reddick said about him, though. He's something about, like, everyone on the court knows that he's dangerous. He's a bad dude.
I also know what Reddick said. Bronny, you got to take that effing shot. Did you see that clip?
Yeah. We're going to talk Bronny and LeBron in a minute. In fact, the reason we're kicking it off with Austin Reaves is what's going to happen if LeBron gets into the game tonight. As of now, it's looking possible that he's playing with the Jazz. His return is tonight with the Jazz. So there's a lot of eyes on the Lakers. How's this going to vibe? You got LaRavia, Luka, Reaves, and LeBron. Will they all vibe? Will the chemistry be there? How long are we willing to wait till it kicks in? Will it ever be at the point, if it doesn't kick in, where people boo LeBron like, yo, you're ruining the vibe? How patient are the fans going to be? But we have to point out before LeBron gets on the court that Luka and Reaves have been putting on a show, again, with LaRavia, but Reaves has been playing like a superstar, not just a good player. Like, to get attention, he has to be a superstar, and that's what he's doing. After going 5 for 9 from deep against the Bucks, Austin Reaves has officially passed Caldwell Pope for 7th place on the Lakers' all-time 3-points made list. Total three-pointers made, Reaves, 523 threes. 523 threes, 37% in 291 games. Caldwell Pope, 522 threes and 38%, 292 games. So he's just climbing the ranks left and right, day after day, numbers going up. And as these memes and as the stats show, he's just getting started. Like, so he's already climbing the three-point ranks for Lakers. He's in Kobe company, and I still don't think he's getting that superstar treatment he deserves. Is he on his way to superstardom? Should he already be there? He's on the Lakers. I mean, I think he should be there already. Now, what happens tonight, Rich? If LeBron's in, and we'll be waiting for Dan Byer's update, it's looking likely, right, Danny G, that he's playing tonight.
All day we've been hearing that he's aiming for the return tonight.
What are your thoughts about Reaves? Does he just start blending in again like a wallflower because LeBron and Luka are back? Or is this where we've seen him shine the brightest? You think LeBron's going to rely on him to be the guy? We'll see what happens tonight.
Well, hold on. There's also a sense of he wasn't drafted. Undrafted in 2021, played for Wichita State and Oklahoma.
Usually people grab onto those stories even more, no? Like, I think, look, we're in L.A., so it's one thing. Is the rest of the world taking note of what he's doing?
By the way, I find that I just rolled my eyes on his Wikipedia. It says that, he's a NBA Cup champion.
He's an NBA Cup champion, but here's the other thing, and Danny G could attest to this because he's the most hardcore Laker guy in the studio. He watches every game. You know, you and I, Rich, depending on if it's on and when it's on and when we're able to get it. We don't have Spectrum cable, but of course we see all the highlights. I do, however, have access to some of the games now illegally. I mean, because I ordered something else.
I gave you my password
I know.
like 3 seasons ago.
I know. So now I have been tuning in, and for whatever reason, maybe it's when certain people are out like LeBron, you then are forced to step up. He's clicking harder than ever, and that's been sort of the head scratcher as to, man, Austin Reaves is really putting it all together this year. Is it a matter of being comfortable in the league, being confident in himself, or getting the opportunity and capitalizing on it, again, when it was necessary? Danny G, you said it yourself. For whatever reason, he's clicking, and it's noticeable.
Yeah, because at the end of last season, right before they went to Cancun, he went out with a whimper. He played awful. And so something clicked during the offseason, during workouts, scrimmages, and Redick said as much. He said the biggest thing with Reaves taking this step forward was as a leader and recognizing that it's as much his team as it is LeBron's or Luka's, and acknowledging that he has natural leadership skills.
That's awesome. So, all this being said, my point is simple here. I have a point and a question, and then, Rich, all you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think he should be a bigger star. Of course, there's a lot of excitement around him, here in L.A. especially, but I think he should be a household name. He's on his way. I think he should already be there. I think he should be a bigger star, and I think that's bound to happen. And then part two of the question is, if LeBron returns tonight, how do you think that's going to affect the chemistry and his superstardom moving forward? Enhance or dehance that opportunity? Is that even a word? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Dehance?
Roll with it, bro.
If not, I just made that up.
Decline might be the word?
Sure.
I'll go with dehance. Dehance. So, productivity from Austin Reaves. 4 years, 7 points a game, 13, 15, averaging over 20 this season. All career highs except 3-point percentage is slightly down from a couple years ago. I think LeBron is clearly going to dive into that production, but I think effectiveness, he's in his zone. I got to ask you, Danny, from watching day in and day out, is he an all-star automatically in your mind? Like when we're talking about all-star weekend, NBA, international stars versus U.S. stars.
This year, right?
It would be shocking if he wasn't, right?
Yeah, he's one of the standout players so far this season.
But would you be shocked?
He's got to be. See, the fact that you would even ask that, and you're on Fox Sports Radio, Goes to show you how the rest of the world is also feeling.
But I'm just saying,
he's an all-star, right? Like, undeniably an all-star.
Yes, but would you be shocked if he was maybe shunned or like a last minute?
No, but that's the problem. He should be a bigger star, right? So, like, we declare today, even though a lot of you probably know this, we make it a fact, we make it official, like Danielle official today, that this dude is a superstar in the league. If anything changes moving forward, we blame LeBron because his job is to make everybody even better. If he can make Austin Reaves even better, then let's see it, man. The Lakers are going to be a force moving forward, and it starts tonight. Austin Reaves a star tonight.
Well, if you're going to declare it, you got to do like an old Southern woman and be like, I do declare that tonight's
That's
what
more
we
like
see.
a foghorn leghorn.
So tonight, if you got LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reaves on the court, and they somehow find balance, Daniel, son, Danny G is going to not be able to stand up in his sweatpants, number one. Number two, you got a pretty pumped Laker fan base if those three could somehow find a way to really make it work together. And Danny, you said that the team got better defensively. You've talked about how they fixed some of the holes they had last year. So while it does
Marcus
seem like
Smart has made the defense better, and DeAndre Ayton has been playing very well.
Ayton's been the factor
you've been raving about.
Ayton's been the guy you've been raving about. Even though it does seem like OKC is unbeatable, the Lakers could be the team to give them difficulty. So I am intrigued to see how they play OKC throughout the season in those few matchups all on the court.
That's the ultimate test. Yeah, when all healthy and all clicking. Again, there's going to be another adjustment period for them to click again once LeBron returns, if it's tonight. And then the last observation I'm going to make is this. When you have a storied franchise like the Lakers, I hate to compare them to the Yankees, but it's true. When certain players start climbing the franchise ranks, like an Aaron Judge, his name's right up there with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig all the time. When you start climbing those ranks and your name's amongst the franchise greats, it's just a matter of time before the rest of the league and the rest of the fans start taking note. Lakers fans know when this guy is 7th all-time in 3 points made in 291 games in a storied franchise like the Lakers. What?
It's a different
game. But when his name is also side by side with Kobe's and he's climbing the franchise ranks, that's when the rest of the league and the rest of the fans start taking note. It's a matter of time where he's a superstar. If he keeps us up, he's a superstar. If he keeps us up, he could be like in your kid's room on a poster bound. If he were to keep it up. And LeBron could help that. He could help it or hurt it. We're hoping, as of tonight, he helps that. But the story's been Reaves until today. So before we start focusing on LeBron moving forward, because all clues say he's in tonight, let's give props where they're due. He should be a bigger star, but he's playing like he's on his way to being a superstar.
Question. Where do you see, unbiasedly, being that you hear about the Lakers from Danny, you're an LA guy now, and you've adopted the Lakers as like sort of your rooting interest now that you've been in California over a decade. Do you think they're a hot bet at plus 1,500 for the NBA Finals? Because right now, Vegas feels like it's a layup, pun intended. OKC is plus 175 to repeat. The sentiment is that OKC just rips through everyone. Nuggets, number 2 at plus 550. Then you got the Cavs and the Knicks and a couple East Coast.
Did you say it rips?
Rips, bro.
Do you want to hear something crazy about SGA of the Thunder? He has sat out 9 different fourth quarters. Not because of injury, not because he wants to go onto the bench, because they've blown out. They've blown out everybody.
That's great. What a luxury, man. You don't need load management when you're whooping everybody's ass.
I mean, I'd have to call our friends Elias at the Sports Bureau. But this has to be like Jordan Bulls odds. This has to be like Golden State, Steph, Draymond, and Klay Thompson in their prime NBA odds, like in the first month or so of the season. Like Danny G, plus 175. You realize that's like a weak-ass bet. That's like very little return for OKC to win the whole thing. Like, I hate to say it. because I love the NBA chat, but is it all just going to result in OKC repeating, and we're just going to be like, yeah, I figured.
Well, that's where LeBron has to fit into this puzzle for the Lakers right now. Because for whatever reason, they came out flat last week against OKC and laid an egg in that game. DeAndre Ayton afterwards said that he felt like it was a cold splash of water on their face waking them up, because then the Lakers' next 2 road games, they blew out their competition by over 20 points in each game. So it did wake them up, but they got to wake up against the best.
Yeah. Well, just again, according to Las Vegas, Vegas makes it seem like even though we're only a month in, if you were to make your, futures bets, OKC and Denver, Cleveland and the Knicks. So it's like Cavs and Knicks. Winner plays OKC, essentially. Lakers, Golden State, T-Wolves. There's some teams with some pretty good odds. So if you think some of those teams are going to step it up and make a run months from now, like we're talking like in the spring, we're so far away. But right now, it just seems like the Oklahoma City Thunder are unbeatable.
So why isn't Austin Reaves a bigger star outside of Los Angeles, okay? Why isn't he a household name? Again, popular player. I'm not saying he's a scrub. He's one of the best in the league. But why isn't he a bigger star? And is LeBron going to help or hurt this situation moving forward? And then I want to hear from Danny G on how patient are the Lakers fans going to be to see them click in the way they are right now with LeBron. So we got that. We got some Draymond Green stories. We got so much to get to.
One last note about OKC. They're 14-1. You know that one loss, they were up in the fourth quarter, and Portland, who's playing decent, Portland's a mid-level team, Portland is put up a 40 spot in the fourth quarter and beat them by 2. That's the only loss OKC had. It was on the road, and Portland scored 40 in the fourth to win.
Yeah,
look
what it took to win that game. That's amazing. It took a 40-point fourth quarter to beat them.
So what I'm saying is, it's this team. I know that 73-9 Golden State Warriors record seems unrealistic because the Bulls and Jordan were, not even as good as that. And you're like, come on, would you be shocked if this team rips off another 14 out of 15 and they're 28-2? That seems insane.
Well, that's what makes tonight's return even more exciting, more enticing to watch. And that's our job, to get you hyped on your random Tuesday night. What else are you doing? Check out this Lakers game. It's Jazz at Lakers, right, Danny G? It's a home game, is it not?
Yeah, it's in LA.
Yeah, it's Jazz at Lakers. So now you got to tune in and see how this all pans out. See how LeBron fits into the chemistry that's already been built around Austin Reaves and, of course, Luka. So your thoughts. We'll take your phone calls, 877-99 on Fox. We'll talk some more NBA. Draymond Green, in fact, he's in the news. And we got some Showboy Mahomes trivia all coming up right here on the Covino and Rich Show, Fox Sports Radio.
But if you're thinking about going anywhere, my mystery dinner story, you got to hear this. We'll do that next. In fact, you got to watch us on the YouTube channel, but a mystery dinner. You're gonna be like, why would you ever do this? So please, you got to hear this out next, okay?
All right. Well, Rich, I finally figured it out. Why my place is the new hangout spot for all my friends, for the whole Get Along gang.
Can I tell you, our good friends at TCL, we need to change this commercial because no one wants to hang with Covino. It's always at my house because I got the big ass TCL right there in the living room, and everyone comes to my place for the 85-inch TCL right there to watch Sunday football.
Well, that
your
sounds
place is cool
oddly
too.
competitive. That sounds weird. But, hey, you know what, guys? You're invited to the next fight night at my house because I have a TCL. The QD Mini LED. The brightness is wild. The contrast is deep. The color is spot on. And the motion, silky. It just looks better. And it also smells better because when you go to Rich's house, his dog poops everywhere.
Oh, all right. So go to Covino's house where every time you pick up your drink, he moves the coaster because he's OCD and crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
In my house, you don't have to worry about little kid boogers everywhere. Oh, go ahead. Continue, Rich.
All right. By the way, that is fair. All right. The price even looks better. Great TV. Boogers everywhere. Bigger, brighter, better Black Friday with the 50% off select TCL TVs. That's fantastic, including the Ultimate Series.
From the QM8K, the ultimate choice, ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels for the ultimate game day experience, to the QM6K, there's a sweet spot for every room.
Premium pictures on sale now. Plus, you could still enter to win 4 tickets to the Super Bowl 60, with the TCL Ultimate Season to score, all at TCL.com.
Okay, maybe Super Bowl Rich's house, but that Jake Paul fight, my house, bro.
Okay, that's fair.
Hit your favorite retailer and grab the amazing deal. Lock in epic experiences, epic savings, and undeniable bragging rights now through Black Friday while supplies last.
TCL, official TV partner of the NFL. Bigger, brighter, better Black Friday. Select models, limited time. See TCL.com for details. I'll tell you this. What we love and look forward to every year, NFL is king. We love the report cards. When the players get together and they judge the teams based on facilities, how they treat their families, the workout room, travel. It's their way of being like, yo, I'm going to blind survey the place I work at, and you can't stop me. And did you see the latest? The NFL owners want to put a stop to this.
Yeah, they said enough of the report cards. In fact, owners like Woody Johnson, they're trying to diminish the credibility of it. They're saying it's bogus, actually. That's the quote, right? It's all bogus.
Yeah, the Jets owner is leading the way. And
well, you know who wants to stop it?
Graded with an F.
The weak-ass owners want to stop it. Like, if Danny, if there was a list and you were ranked high on it, you'd love the list. If there was a list and you were ranked low on it, you'd be like, bunk list. So I get it.
That is true. Every time they come out with like talk radio lists, we're usually on them, but never like where we want to be. So we're like, they stink. But if we were number one, we're like, hell yeah.
You just made the list.
Yeah, baby, we're on the list number one.
If there was like some weak-ass made-up list of like top Latino broadcasters, and it was like number 4, Steve Covino, he'd be like, this is a great list.
Not bad. Yeah, I should be top 3, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. So your thoughts
on
on
the list?
Your thoughts on the list. Are you on the list? I think this is really cool. I love the player surveys. Now, you could say it's petty and BS because a lot of times it's spiteful. But remember the players survey and Caitlin Clark ranked low, and it's like, oh, what a bunch of jealous biatches.
Well, there's a lot involved. The facility, like you said, how they treat their kids.
But I'm saying not
how
just
they
in,
welcome their families.
not
all
just
these
in
things.
The NFL. I'm saying all these player surveys in all sports would be like, who do you find the most overrated in the NBA? And it's like, whoa, that's the sentiment among your peers. I feel like peer surveys do hold a little clout to me. You might think, wow, is there much thought put into it? I like these surveys because, for instance, even though the Chiefs are a dynasty that have dominated, remember they had some Fs?
Yeah, I remember.
For like
and you know what?
Player medical care.
Yeah, like so.
For us, it's great fodder, great things to talk about, and it's fun to speculate. So, of course, we're going to love it. I could see how it rubs the NFL and the owners the wrong way. Think about it. You're spending so much money on these dudes, and then they come back. This is how you thank me with an F on the report card? It's got to sting a little bit from their perspective.
I'll give you an example.
But I do believe there's a nugget of truth to it.
If we gave Fox Sports Radio rankings based on places we've worked, I know where I would grade it high and where I'd grade it low. Maybe
we used to get free snacks at other jobs.
I was going to say
Number 5.
I remember there were jobs. There were jobs. I'll give you where we worked. SNY in New York. which was the Mets and
the
Jets.
snack wall.
There was a free snack
We
wall.
had a snack wall, man.
And I remember thinking,
We all got fat, too, from that snack
Yeah, I was going
wall.
to say, Rich, it's good that we don't have that at Fox Sports
we
Radio.
were like taking Sun Chips home with us, man. In a way, all right, I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I'll be Keanu Reeves. When you think about it, it's a bit hypocritical. If they were to ask you, what would you do? What would you do? Because it is anonymous, crappy feedback. It's like if you're on social media, don't you look down on the jabroni who chimes in anonymously with some heavy criticism? It's like if you're going to say something rude and critical, you should own up to it. Like, it's very cowardly to do it anonymously like that.
Well, I think in this case they have to, but the NFLPA, they stick up for themselves, and they've even recently, the survey process has been enhanced. They are including third-party perspectives, they say, to ensure a comprehensive evaluation of each team's workplace standards.
I get it, and I do think it's interesting, and I do believe there's truth to it. But like Rich said before, there are disgruntled people for whatever reason. There are people who are just jerks. And as a radio show, Rich, do you give more credibility to the person who owns up to who he is? There's pictures of him and his family on social media, and he's like, Rich Davis sucks. That hurts and means a lot more than someone anonymous with no picture profile whatsoever, and he's like, Rich sucks. It just does. You know what I mean? So I
can't
think
disagree.
anonymous criticism is far more cowardly. And if you want to look at it that way, it's easy to say some negative stuff when you don't have to own up to it.
All right. Shout outs to Austin Reaves.
Are you saying Austin Reaves is pretty fly for a white guy? Is that why he has that 31 tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
So he is pretty fly for a white guy. And for that reason, I think he should be even more popular than he is. I feel like if he had a foreign guy name, he'd be more popular. I'm serious. I feel like people don't buy into his nerdy hype the way they should. The way they should is, are people taking note and noticing? For sure. But look how far he has to go for that to be the case. Like I said, now he's in Kobe company in a lot of these stats. It seems like every night he's breaking through as a franchise leader or top 10 in something Laker related. So it's been undeniable. And it's a real seize the moment sort of opportunity for this guy. He's really stepped up this year. Like Danny G explained, he's really clicking. And it's a two-part question based on LeBron's return tonight, potential return. We'll stay tuned for Dan Byer. Don't you think he should be a bigger star? He should be a bigger star. Yeah. So that being said, he's on his way to being a superstar if he keeps it up. But how does LeBron help or hurt that if he's back tonight? And how patient are the fans willing to be? I think they're willing to be patient. I say you got to give it a week or two before they start booing the guy if they start losing. But, I mean, they're playing the Jazz tonight at home. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be all good. Now, Covino, quick follow-up from something we talked about a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I told you I want to tell you just a quick, ridiculous story. I'm calling it my mystery dinner.
I can't wait to hear it. Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Rich is in Austin, so
yeah.
Who you meeting? No, hold on, Austin?
Oh, no. I'll tell you in a second. But last night for Monday Night Football, I finished hosting this event I was here to host. And remember recently we talked about what are good solo missions? I sat at a restaurant, I think it was called the Iron Cactus, and I had fish tacos and watched Monday Night Football, and I think there's nothing wrong. Remember we talked about what's an okay solo mission? I felt so relaxed, and I think everyone needs that once in a while. If you're away on business, like sitting at the bar, just having a burger or some tacos,
with
fantastic.
By yourself, just taking it in and small
It's
talking
nice.
with the locals and on the company's dime, even better.
Good.
Yeah, that's the best feeling.
No doubt. tonight, this is something that I know you would be like, nope, I'm out. So there was like a group text to like 6 people. And it was like, hey, after the event on, tomorrow night, how about we all go out for dinner? Now, I'm here for a corporate event with SiriusXM.
Okay.
Now, since that message went out, a few people started saying, oh, sorry, can't make it. I have a meeting. Someone else said, oh, I have a friend in town. Sorry. So it started dwindling down. And then a number I don't recognize says, well, I'm still down. Rich, do you want to meet up for something quick to eat?
Oh, no.
I don't know who it is.
No.
And I said, yeah, sure. As when I'm done with Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio, yeah, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, Texas time. Yeah, sure. I don't know if this is a man, a woman, a salesperson, someone with SiriusXM, a client.
Dude, what if it's like a total sex bomb? What if it's like someone super sexy? Now you're there in an awkward situation.
Yeah, and your wife makes you FaceTime.
Yeah, what if like someone recognizes, hey, isn't that Rich Davis from Fox Sports? And they snap a picture of you canoodling with a strange hot woman. What if you end up in the tabloids and it ruins your marriage? Yo, you're playing with fire, dude. Chances are some fat sales guy, but what if it's some hottie? Dude.
I mean, I was looking handsome yesterday. I don't know. But all I'm saying is...
Oh, when you were saying mystery guest, weren't you thinking like he's meeting up with like Dak Prescott or somebody? I don't know. Like
yeah,
he's in Texas.
Me and CD Lamb are going out for tacos to celebrate his victory.
Yeah,
last
who's in Texas? Who could it be that Rich is meeting up with? This is a cool story.
Yeah, I'm going out with
someone
the
you don't even know. You don't even know who it is.
So I know you. You would say no way, or because I don't know how you ask, who is this?
Man, that's awkward.
How are you going to know who you're looking for when you go to meet up? Are you going to tell them to wear like a certain color shirt?
Or Rich, how about
that's even more awkward.
Well, Rich should get there early, right? And just be like, "Hey, I'm wearing a red T-shirt," so that someone comes up to him no matter what.
Again, it can only be like one of two. But then again, I met so many people.
Why can't you reach out to someone else that canceled and be like, by the way, who's the mystery number?
Half of them are mystery numbers because they're just clients at the car company.
It's a group message.
The only woman I really know on the thread is the saleswoman Jasmine at SiriusXM and one of the dudes for the car company. Besides that, it was just all ancillary people. Rich, are you still down? I'll find a barbecue spot. And I'm like, guy, girl, who is this?
Dude. It's going to be an awkward situation. By the way, this is what you get for being like a cheese wiener, for just being such a yes man. You know, like being too nice for your own good. I hope you're in an awkward situation with like the weakest guy ever. That's I really do.
Thanks.
No, I really do. Like I feel like this is what you get. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to be some cool, hot, steamy, sexy story where some girl wanted. Put
yourself in this scenario where, all right, let's say you and I, because see, you and I, it would be fine because we'd be together. But let's say Steve Covino was hosting.
What's the event, though? It's a car event?
The car company Polestar.
Oh, it's going to be like the head mechanic. It's like, hey, I'm Bart. Great to see you. I'm Bart from Polestar. Yeah, I'm the head mechanic for Polestar. I hope that's what you're going to get. He's going to talk to you all night and be annoying, and then he's going to stick you with the bill.
Let's say Don and Scott and our bosses and Julie were like, Covino, Rich, we want you to meet with some clients. And I'm like, Covino, I got to bail. And you had that mystery scenario on a group chat or something.
I'd pass. I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. Well, I guess another time, guys. I'll take a rain check when everybody's available. Thanks. Yeah, but that's what you get for being Mr. Social Pants. All right, so think about it, guys.
How about this? Tomorrow, Covino, on our Covino and Rich YouTube live stream for Fox Sports Radio, I'll reveal in picture form who the mystery person was.
All right. Hey, and what would you do? It's you make the call, 877-99 on Fox. But first, let's talk to our guy, the best, the guru, Dan Byer. He has an update. What up, DB?
DB.
Well, there we go. Maybe it's John Quinones.
What would you do?
Right? It is actually. What would you do?
You could spot that head a mile away.
When I texted you, how did you say yes to that meal? All right. Lane Kiffin has not said yes or no to Florida or LSU, but he also hasn't said it to Ole Miss. But the head coach did speak with Pat McAfee today, denying that Mississippi asked for an ultimatum on his job status.
That's absolutely not true. There's been no ultimatum, anything like that at all. And so I don't know where that came from, like a lot of stuff that comes out there. like I said, man, we're having a blast. I love it here.
There were reports yesterday that said the school gave him a November 28th deadline to decide on whether to stay in Oxford or go to possibly Florida or LSU. He was not asked today about the reports that his family toured Baton Rouge and Gainesville recently. Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers won't need surgery on his fractured left wrist. He won't practice tomorrow, but hasn't been ruled out of their Week 12 matchup against the Chicago Bears. Jaylen Warren expected to play for the Steelers on Sunday, despite spraining his ankle last week. Houston Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud practiced today, but he has yet to clear concussion protocol and now has been ruled out of Thursday night's game against the Buffalo Bills. The NFL has reinstated free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. from his 6-game ban for performance-enhancing drugs, and police in Ohio say more than $200,000 worth of property was stolen from the home of Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders on Sunday. Bunch of NBA notes. First, as you guys talked about, LeBron James still remains questionable to make his season debut tonight against the Jazz. LeBron did say on the Mind the Game podcast with Steve Nash that he will not be playing for Team USA in the 2028 Summer Olympics, while Steph Curry was on that podcast and the Warriors guard said he's unlikely to play for Team USA. Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to miss a week or two because of a left groin strain. Spurs guard Stephon Castle has a hip flexor strain that will cost him about a week or two. And the Cavaliers were fined $100,000 for violating the NBA's player participation policy when they arrested Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley against the Heat last week. Guys, back to you.
Yo, DB, it goes with my theory that everyone's too big and too strong. Giannis, Wemby, everyone's fragile. On the anniversary of the day the Christmas story came out, everyone's a little too fragile, getting banged up. Lane Kiffin, any truth to the NFL Giant rumor, or was that just nonsense?
I think that could be a part of it, but as we talked about here, a lot of season to go. I think Mike Kafka is still trying for that job. The tough part is he's probably going to have to make a decision on Florida and LSU way before that Giants offer would even come his way.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan
Thanks,
Byer.
guys.
Thank you, Dan.
Cove,
Yeah.
Something Dan Byer said was just a complete reminder. You've said this before, so I'll give you credit since you love credit.
Okay, let's hear it.
When you go on vacation or leave your house or go out on a date night, post the pictures later. I know Shedeur's playing and you can't do anything about it. He's a superstar. Well, not a superstar. He's a player in the NFL. But you don't have to advertise that you're out of your house. Like, don't be like, in Aruba. Post the pictures when you get back. At my kid's game. Post the picture when you get back. You're just giving people an opportunity to know you're not at home.
Think
it's like
about
a weird thing.
Go to your social media right now. I, George Foreman, guarantee you'll see the random hotties you follow or one of your jabroni idiot friends posting somewhere that they're on vacation, they're on a beach, they're on a little getaway, and basically what they're doing is they're advertising to everybody and potential thieves out there and burglars, hey, my house is empty if you want to go rob me. That's not what you should be doing if you have some valuables or you're an important person of sorts.
No doubt.
All right,
Well,
so
hey,
that's your reminder.
coming up, I have to tell you about the wicked dumb decision I made. Oh, so dumb. I feel like such a fool.
And Draymond Green. We got to talk about who's in the wrong here. This guy's fighting with fans. Is it the fan? Is it Draymond? Is it security? Security. We get to that. And we got Showboy Mahomes trivia. Lots to get to on the Covino and Rich Show. Fox Sports Radio. Nothing's guaranteed in life. And that's what I've learned through years of ups and downs. Now, Rich and I have been very fortunate to work together for over 20 years, but there's never been a guarantee. We used to get nice long contracts, and that was like year to year, and you're always on like the edge of your seat wondering if you're going to get signed again. It's not a fun life to live. COVID changed everything. People lost jobs. People go through jobs now way more than they did when our parents come up and our grandparents come up. Rich, we talk about it all the time. Your grandfather probably worked for the same company his entire life.
He worked for Con Edison in Queens, New York for, 40, 50 years and got a watch and retired. Like, that was the old guy routine. That was the blueprint. Now people are job hopping. It's a different world. But Covino and I have a theory we want to get into, and it has to do with the Nico Harrison firing. Yesterday, of course, Brian Dable. I feel like to be a man or a woman, to be truly humbled, to have character, you need to have been fired and dumped in your life.
Dumped, especially. Yeah, dumped, I think, changes a person. Fired does too, though, because it just shows you what you're really made of. It's not a fun experience. We've all been there. I like to say let go, or it didn't work out, or they gave us an offer we couldn't accept. But truth is, you get an offer that you can't accept because they're putting you in a place where you're forced to move on or forced to quit. So essentially, you kind of got fired. And it's happened to the best of us, but you got to rise like the phoenix. That's really what you have to do. It's your back's against the wall, especially if you have a family. You're like, all right, I got to get it together. I got to develop a new skill. I got to figure it out. And that's when you feel the most alive. And again, that's when it really shows what you are as a man or a woman and what you're made of. And it's happened from the smallest of levels. Rich, weren't you fired at Wendy's?
I was fired at Wendy's. I was fired at a radio station.
Right.
We've all been fired, and we've all been dumped. And I really do think it's a true test of how you rebound. It humbles you when you think you're invincible. Like, yo, she'll never dump me.
Dude.
I saw Covino at his most miserable moments when he thought some of these girls would never leave him, and then he's crying in his beer.
I think that's just as important as getting fired. Look, no one likes these things, but it's a part of life that shapes you and gives you character, like Rich said. And, Rich, that's a great example of my first learning experience that life's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, as Rocky Balboa said.
Your life ain't all sunshine and
I
rainbows.
was definitely that guy who walked with the strut, thought his S didn't stink, was the coolest dude in the room. She'd never break up with me. She's lucky to have me. I'm God's gift to women. I'm the greatest guy because my mom told me so. And sure enough, man, I was dumped on my ass time and time again by women who thought otherwise.
Well,
and you know what, though? It motivated me. It lit a fire. It let me know that I wasn't all that in the bag of chips, as your dad probably used to say. And I remember this clear as day, Rich. My Uncle Joe said to me, you know what? He's like, I actually like you better, man, as a result, because you've been humbled. You become a real person. You're no longer a cocky wooden boy anymore. You're not a Pinocchio. You're a real man because you know what it's like to experience heartbreak and loss and defeat and being fired. It humbles you and it puts you on your ass into a real place that some people need to be.
And before he got fired, we used to call him Covnocchio. No, but I remember we are on Fox Sports Radio. Is it true that the first two main girlfriends you've had in your life back in your day?
Yes. Are you going to tie this into sports?
Dumped you for a New Jersey Net.
Yes.
At the time.
Yep.
And then the next girlfriend dumped you for a New York Ranger.
Absolutely, yes. That's a true story. I'm not proud of it, but it goes to show you I was a dude living in my parents' basement, or as I used to tell girls, I have these old roommates that live with me. Don't mind those old people. They're my roommates.
They live upstairs. They rent from me.
They rent from me. I was living at home. I was driving radio station vehicles. I was on my grind, on my come up. I sold these beautiful women on my goals and dreams, and they left me for dudes with money. They left me for dudes that were doing big things in professional sports. That humbles you. So back-to-back days, we're talking about people getting fired.
The best of the best in sports have been let go out of contracts.
Yep.
Coaches have been fired. Players that are Hall of Famers have been, we're going to release you. We're not going to pick up the option on your deal. Like, this happens to everyone, and I really do think it's a test to see what you're made of. And
a
Nico
wake-up
Harrison
call.
And Brian Dable both facing these obstacles over the last 2 days. And you know what? Sometimes the cushion's a little softer when you have guaranteed money and you're like, I could just chill for a couple years like some of these coaches. But there is something humbling about it.
Covino and a Rich. Sorry, I'm choking here. CNR on FSR. Sorry, man, I'm just getting emotional. No, I was actually eating one of those Quest chips. You know those freebies that we get?
Yeah, of course.
Choking on a splinter. Went right down my throat. CNR on FSR. And thank you, Fox Sports Radio Nation, for hanging out with us. We're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our Tire Rack Play of the Day.
Ooh.
Right when it looked like the Raiders would make a game out of it, just when you thought they were in it, get this. Geno Smith had another tipped ball picked off.
First down, Smith. Play action. He's got all day. Deep to the middle. The ball is tipped and intercepted at the 5-yard line. Here comes Marquise Bell down the left side. On the deflection up to the 35 before he's run out of bounds.
That's courtesy of Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. Our Tire Rack Play of the Day. Again, the Cowboys with the win last night, 33-16, are now 4-5-1. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. That's Geno's 13th pick of the year. 13th, tied for the most in the NFL. Rich, who's he tied with? Who do you think? You love these little trivia questions.
All right, who's Geno tied with most picks in the National Football League?
Yeah.
Justin Fields?
No, but good guess because
give me a AFC or NFC.
It's Tua. I'll just give it to you. I don't want to waste time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Tua.
Let me guess. Tua.
There you go with 13. So
Covino, on Thanksgiving Day, speaking of the Cowboys, you know how most people love to root against the Cowboys because it's fun?
Yeah.
I think on Thanksgiving Day, when they play the Chiefs, I think the sentiment of people having Chiefs fatigue, I think if the Cowboys could help bury the Chiefs in the AFC standings, I think you might see a lot of people sort of pulling for Jerry Jones and them Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. That's going to be a sort of a fun game to watch, just because I think who loses is more important, no?
Absolutely, but didn't they also announce, on a side note, their halftime show? Because they always put on like an epic halftime show.
I remember the Dolly Parton one was dope.
Isn't it Post Malone, I believe, and someone else?
It is Post Malone.
It's Post Malone, but with a star-studded cast of characters.
That's
so it's
pretty
Post Malone.
sweet.
Yeah, the most epic one was Creed back in the day. Remember Creed had
that was a good one.
Super epic performance with the.
But I remember everyone loving Dolly Parton like a year ago or so. That was fantastic too.
Oh, for sure. But Post Malone is a lifelong Cowboys fan. It's him. Oh, and Jack White, right? Jack White, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. So
you know what?
That's a cool one.
I asked you the other day, and you and I both agree that it's hard because they're both anthems. I said, what 2000 song is more of a stadium anthem 20, 25 years later? I said, Mr. Brightside, The Killers, or Seven Nation Army, White Stripes. And Covino's like, both, but for different reasons, right? I agree with you.
One's a sing-along, and one's just, I don't know, a stadium sort of hype riff.
You can't go to any game without hearing dun, 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 dun. Black Friday, I just want to point this out too. A game that in the beginning of the season might have seemed like, it's all right, but they got that Black Friday game now. Bears and Eagles, your first place Bears, your first place Eagles. Who would have thought that would be like such an amazing game to have on that Friday after everyone's like sitting around eating leftovers, acting like a fat slob?
No, now it's actually, a competitive game. So something to look forward to. And again, hope you enjoyed your Monday night game. Props again to the Cowboys. Danny's Raiders. Oof. Now, we just want to set up this Draymond Green stuff for next hour. And, of course, Showboy Mahomes trivia coming up. Your chance to win some prizes. If we have time, we'll talk more about Jake Paul and AJ because there's some updates there. But Draymond Green, they're playing the Pelicans, and he gets into it with a fan. And the fan, as the story goes, keeps harassing him, calling him Angel Reese. Now, the story, as I'm sure you heard, I heard Gottlieb talking about it. Everyone's sort of talking about it. It was funny at first. The fan who called him Angel Reese, he missed several shots, got his own rebound, so very Angel Reese-esque. But
that's her move.
Yeah. She leads in rebounds because she just rebounds her own shots.
She's the queen of me-bounds.
Me-bounds. That's the joke, obviously, and he pulled one of those moves. But The fans in his face. The fans said he would have punched Draymond Green in the face if it went further. Draymond Green, again, said it was funny at first but got agitated. Do you blame the fans for just being relentless? Do you blame Draymond Green for being human and enough's enough?
No.
Do you blame security for allowing these things to even happen even a little bit?
There's someone totally in the wrong, and I'll let you know who it is next. Hang tight.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture. We talk about sports. We talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. I take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers has a fracture in his left wrist, but he has not been ruled out of their Week 12 matchup in Chicago against the Bears. Head coach Mike Tomlin said they'll make a determination later on in the week. He is not expected to practice on Wednesday, is Rodgers. The Houston Texans did rule out quarterback C.J. Stroud for Thursday's game against the Bills as he remains in concussion protocol. Reports out of Houston say that Stroud is on track to start Week 13. Authorities in Ohio say $200,000 worth of property was stolen from the home of Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders on Sunday as he was making his season debut against the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL reinstated wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. from his 6-game ban for violating the NFL's policy on performance-enhancing drugs. OBJ is currently a free agent. LeBron James remains questionable to make his season debut tonight against the Jazz. Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo out 1 to 2 weeks because of a left groin strain. I'm Dan Byer.
Hey, that's us.
How you doing?
And you can stream us wherever, whenever, 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Make it easy for you, too. If you want our podcast, search Covino and Rich wherever you stream your podcast. And we have a best of every day. But the most important thing, the coolest thing you could do, because it's a full-on experience, is check us out on YouTube. Covino and Rich FSR. You could chime in live. There's a live chat. You could see us. You can see our stupid faces, our resting D faces. And
that's you.
You can actually join us tomorrow as we fill in for the Dan Patrick Show.
Yeah,
Covino
buddy.
and Rich FSR right now live from Fox Sports Radio. Rock it out. We're here in L.A. Rich is in Texas. Dickie Tejas. And, man, we have lots to get to. What up, Rich?
I was going to say, if you didn't make it clear enough, YouTube channel, Importante, please. If you love the show, if you love hanging with us, and you're our buds, and we keep you company every day, just go subscribe to the YouTube page. Check out some of the stuff you hear. If we talk about a video, if we talk about something, our video guy Spot has made this almost like it's essentially like a live TV show.
Plus, you could chop it up with other listeners that are giving their opinions on things we're talking about. We appreciate that. Thanks for being part of it. Covino and Rich FSR, our bonus pods are there as well. All of our shows are there. Covino and Rich FSR. And it is a big reminder, we are filling in for Dan Patrick. So early, bright and early tomorrow. Early like Mr. Furley. And
for
on a
you,
side
I
note,
love
Rich,
it.
Yeah, not for
Dan
Rich.
Patrick, I'm in Texas, 8 to 11 a.m. That's perfect.
Now, good for you. Good
Screw
for
you, Rich Davis.
Good for you. Now I really hope you have a weak-ass dinner date tonight.
Thanks.
You should do the reveal on our YouTube page.
I said that before.
No,
What are you
but
talking
no one
about?
else gets to see.
Okay, no one else. Okay, fair enough.
Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. More reason to check it out. Before we get into this Draymond Green story and before we play Showboy Mahomes trivia, I was excited to see that the Yankees signed Trent Grisham. I mean, not the biggest deal, but I'm a fan. 1 year, $22 million, so he's back with the club. Look, he's no scrub, dude. He had 34 home runs last year at Yankee Stadium. Well, for the Yankees, I should say. But 34 home runs, 235 batting average.
Why not test the market more? Did he just want to stay a Yankee and they were
That's
like,
why
hey,
I'm
let's get this
surprised.
done?
I think it's just really doubling down, padding your numbers one more year so that you could really bet on yourself again for an even bigger contract. It's the only thing I can think of.
I look at it this way. When they say winter meetings, which are, they're going to be upon us, I just picture all the GMs wearing ugly Christmas sweaters, sipping cocoa around a fire, debating who gets what players. But that's where all the drama goes down. And then a lot of GMs are full of poo. And then the moves start happening slowly. And then once one big move happens, then it's like a slippery slope. And I'm surprised that anyone's making any moves now because have we tested anything yet?
That's why that's the only reason I bring it up, dude. I'm not like a Trent Grisham super fan. I was just surprised to see that he accepted the offer. He's a gold glove caliber center fielder, and the guy had 34 home runs last year. So he accepted the first offer from the Yankees at $22 million, and there you go. So I was just surprised to see that.
maybe the Yankees were like, listen, we know you want to stay. We want you. Let's cut the BS. Let's get this piece done now. Because maybe he gave his hand up and he's like, yo, I just really want to be here. And if that's the case and they're that transparent, it could very well just be simply no BS. We don't need to go through the facade. We have no dramatics needed. And that's sort of nice, right?
That is kind of nice. That's why it's a surprise to me that it appears he accepted. That's the last I saw. Now, back to the NBA. NBA heating up. We spent first hour talking about Austin Reaves and the possible return of LeBron tonight, how it's going to affect him, and how patient are the fans going to be before they start clicking again, because he's clicking, the team's clicking. LeBron is going to make them better. How long is it going to take? We have to believe he's going to make them better. He's LeBron James. But Draymond Green also in the news. So now we're talking Draymond Green. He was confronted by a fan who called him Angel Reese after Draymond Green missed several shots, got his own rebounds, me-bounds, and they're saying win for the fan. I'm not sure how. Win for the fan because it's 100% fair game. Now, there's a lot of people talking about this. Danny G's boy, Clay Travis, has been talking about this. Players have gotten soft is the sentiment, like it's embarrassing. But at the same time, it's like, and I agree. I'm not disagreeing with Clay Travis. I'm really not. And I don't want that heat. I like Clay Travis. But we also have to have accountability for, as fans.
Dude, I disagree with anyone. Anyone that's saying that this is soft behavior by players, I'm here to tell you. I don't care what Clay Travis or anyone else says. I'm not.
But we expect that.
I think his sentiment was that the coverage of it is soft, like we're the country soft because we're so triggered by something like this.
I misinterpreted it. I interpreted that as the players have gotten soft. Like Draymond Green is letting this fan get under his skin.
That was part of it, but I think it was more of an overall feeling of we shouldn't let any of this bother us.
Cove, Danny G, do you remember last year, or was it 2 years ago? Time is flying. I don't even know anymore. Do you remember when Russell Westbrook let it be known it really hurt his feelings when they said Westbrook?
Oh, of course.
I think it was a few years ago.
He made a big deal, yo, it hurts my feelings. And it's like, oh, man, it hurts his feelings?
Man, you just gave everybody ammunition.
So my point is this. Yes, players shouldn't be soft. There's going to be booing and taunting and that. But when you get in someone's face, right, like I think it's so weak when you kill a good joke. This fan one time was like, yo, look at you, Draymond. What are you, Angel Reese with the me-bounce? Draymond even said, at first it was funny. It's like you always love to say when SpongeBob SquarePants, that episode where he told the same joke over and over.
He split his pants, and it was really funny, but then he kept relying on the same joke, and everyone's like, all right, dude, we get it. It's not funny anymore.
Hey, Draymond, yo, what are you, Angel Reese? Yo, whack-ass rebounds and missing shots? Funny, ha-ha. The fact that that guy went back to the in his face, you're Angel Reese, blah, blah, blah. Yo, I'm a grown man, you're a grown man. It's like it's like when people yell at someone at a fast food restaurant on the other side of the counter, and it's like, yo, just because I work at this restaurant doesn't mean I can't hop over this counter and whoop your ass. Like, I know that's not the sentiment, and Draymond has too much to lose. But in real life, I would love to see this dope get in Draymond's face and talk smack.
So
because that guy's a weenie.
Right?
So, I blame the fan. I think the fans have no boundaries.
Because I'm like, do you blame Draymond? Do you blame the fan? Or do you blame security for even allowing this to happen a little bit?
Security is a little at fault. But I just think that taunting is one thing. Yo, you whack-ass bum. Oh, you suck. That's one thing. Covino, give me a player that you like to make fun of because you're a Yankees fan. I don't know. Alejandro Kirk?
Sure. Even though that's my Vato Loco forever.
But if you were like, yo, Kirk, you tubby little, pile of goo.
He's the little dumper.
Yeah, the little dumper.
You chubby, biatch, whatever. If he came up to you and you kept saying that in his face, then I'd be like, Covino, why are you being a loser?
Yeah, dude, you're unhinged. Yeah, like it's unhinged fandom. That's how I see it.
Yeah, it's like, get a life. Like, honestly, if someone were
and you're interfering with the game, like no one's there to see you fight with the players. Like it's not about you. It's like a comedian, a heckler at a comedy show. It's like no one's there to hear you, dude. Like let the guy do his show and shut up.
I think the NBA agrees with you guys because Draymond was given just a warning, no fine, no suspension.
Danny, you ever see someone get fouled out of a game? Of course you have. When they walk through the tunnel, I think it's funny when the fans like wave and they're like, nah, 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 hey, goodbye. Once in a while, you'll see someone get in their face and sort of walk with them to the tunnel. Like,
well,
I'm surprised.
There's a difference between heckling and it's like somewhat harassment after a while. It's like, all right, now you're harassing me, dude.
Dude, I don't know why anyone that doesn't understand what I'm saying, you're a moron and you're part of the problem. If you don't see the difference between booing and having some fun with it versus getting in another grown man's face and talking smack, like, what are you, a loser? What are you, some grown-ass man-child?
And then he said something about he would have punched Draymond in the face, right, Danny? Did he say some tough guy stuff?
Yeah, he said some tough guy stuff.
Draymond would destroy that loser.
I mean, I've seen Draymond knock out fellow teammates. Yeah, so I'm sure he would have his way with this fan, even though the fan... Maybe was he as big as Draymond, or he's just like got leverage in the stands?
No, he was a big guy.
He was a big dude, right? So
his name is Sam Green, by the way. Maybe he thinks he's like Draymond's lost cousin.
Maybe they're cousins. But I really think it's a personality defect where it's not about you, but you somehow think it is or make it about you.
Yeah.
Like I said, like
you know
the heckler at the comedy club. It's like,
you know what the kids
dude,
say?
yeah, it was funny, but we're here to watch the show, not to fulfill your ego trip or your sense of validation or like, can you shut up now and let us enjoy the comedy show? It's like, can we enjoy the game, you idiot?
Bro, your daughter or your girlfriend have probably mocked people that think, as the youngers would say, they have main character. Everyone thinks they're a main character.
That's a social
Not everyone's
media
a main
stuff.
character.
I'm the star of my own TikTok film.
Can I give you guys at least the fan side of it? What he told the Pelicans afterwards. Yeah, he says, I wasn't using profanity, and for him to walk 12 feet off the court to come and get in my face like that, it was a little unnerving, Sam Green said.
Well, it should be, because you're the loser that said all that. Covino has a great story. Can I share a story of Steve Covino's past?
I mean, I don't care. Tell me about my story.
Yo, there was this girl once. No, I'm kidding. There was.
I want to know a story he's going to tell.
I have a great story, because it just
Story
shows
time music.
When you get older, you realize when you acted like a child versus when you were a mature person. Covino has an obnoxious New Jersey pal who went to Yankee spring training, and for some reason he thought it was really funny just to relentlessly mock, of all people, I believe Florida Marlin at the time, Dan Ugla.
You're absolutely right. And I'll call him out. He listens to Fox Sports. It's my buddy Bonnick. And he's a typical East Coast ball buster, right? Ball breaker. And it was Dan Ugla. And he got in his face and was real obnoxious with him to the point where it almost got a little ugly. Yeah. Do you remember other details?
A little
I
Ugla?
don't. A little Ugla. But he really went in on Dan Ugla for no reason. And just to get his attention and get under his skin. And Dan Ugla sort of lost his cool, and they had an argument, just a man-to-man argument.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, years later, it really haunted my buddy to the point where he wanted to apologize, and he was able to apologize because he felt so bad. And, of course, Dan Ugla probably didn't give a diddly squat, didn't remember the whole thing at all. But it haunted my pal that he was able to do that to another grown man. Like, what a loser I was in that moment. And he wasn't proud of it. He's a father now. He's like, I'm an embarrassment to my kids that I even did that to this poor grown man who's just playing baseball for an opposing team. So he went out of his way. Like, I know you don't care about me, dude, but I need to get this off my chest. I'm sorry I was an a-hole to you all those years ago.
Cove, if we're going to drag some Karen through the mud because she takes a ball away from a kid, if we're going to drag some guy that cheats on his wife at a Coldplay concert, why are we so cool with this doofus fighting with Draymond Green in his face,
interfering with the game? Let's say it did go further, right? Now you just paid all this money to watch Draymond Green get ejected because of some fan that wouldn't stop. That's what I mean, right? It's even like a disrespect to the fans.
You brought up a good analogy, Cove. You said you see this a lot on Instagram and TikTok. Every comic has content where, here's me handling a heckler when I was in Iowa, or I did a show in Seattle, and look at this heckler. It's people that go to comedy shows that talk back to the comic, like,
and they're blasted, they're drunk, or they're idiots. Well, how do you explain it? They're loose cannons. They're unhinged.
It's a personality trait that maybe you think I'm soft then, but I don't think you should ever be getting in the face of an athlete and saying certain things to him. Aren't you a grown-up? You're a grown-ass man. To talk to another man that way is embarrassing to me. So I think this guy should be ashamed of himself. Draymond Green, I'm proud of him for not punching this guy in the nose.
And again, these players are human, as Rich said. Enough's enough at some point. I remember I was at a golf tournament, and some guy kept going, "You jackass." And it was funny in the beginning, but towards the end, I'm like, come on, dude. You're ruining it. So anyway, your thoughts.
Was that the same tournament where that other big guy was like, "That's Mr. Gilmore's jacket"?
Yeah, the guy had a nail in his head. I think it was the guy from James Bond. Yeah, that guy. So Larson was his name.
Yeah, I was with you.
Yes, that's right. Your thoughts on Draymond Green at Covino and Rich. Thank you guys for checking in. Now, we still have Showboy Mahomes trivia we got to get to.
Oh, boy.
And, of course, if we have time, some Jake Paul updates.
Okay.
But we did talk about that yesterday. If you missed the show, catch it at Covino and Rich FSR. But a quick reminder. Yeah. We are in for Dan Patrick tomorrow. So wake up with us tomorrow morning. Get involved. Get interactive. Hey, call up the show live. Be a radio star. Be like that movie Big Fan with Patton Oswalt. Remember that movie?
Oh, of course.
Where he was so pumped to call up the Sports Dog radio show. It is a good movie. Mm-hmm. But give us a call, 877-99 on Fox. Be part of it. So make note. We'll be in for DP tomorrow.
Perfect. Now, I said I had a mystery dinner tonight. If you missed that last hour, I'll reveal tomorrow morning. I answered a text message on a group chat, and I agreed to have dinner with someone, and I don't know who. So I'll reveal a photo tomorrow morning on the video YouTube stream for DP. But, Covino, I also told you before that I made a wicked dumb decision, and I want to know if you think I should adjust this or not. What's the big movie coming out this weekend?
I guess Wicked?
Of course. Wicked 2.
Either that or you came up with a Boston accent for some reason in Texas.
Yeah, out of nowhere, yeah. Yeah, wicked dumb decision.
Yeah.
Got my khakis.
Wicked smart.
So this weekend is busy. You know, it's a weekend. There's activities and sports and different things. So, and tickets have, been sold out for the show. But I want to take my daughter to go see Wicked. Because we saw the first one together.
By the way, Rotten Potatoes scoring this at a high 98% right now as we speak. So everybody raving with their glow sticks about Wicked.
They're so raving. They're like Lamar Jackson. They're like Derrick Henry.
No, but think about the culture we live in. We love to pounce. We love to tear everything down. People are loving this.
I mean, look at the Sydney Sweeney Christie movie.
Oh, people couldn't wait to dump on that. People loving Wicked. It's called Wicked for Good. It's the part 2. It's already been a year. By the way, time's flying so much that Russell Westbrook reference you pointed out before, Westbrick, that was 2022.
Get out of here. No way.
Sam looked it up. So it's already been a year since the original Wicked movie came out. So which at the time felt like, we got to wait another year?
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
I'm really excited. I'm a fan of the show. Saw it on Broadway with my wife a few times. I love it. You guys used to call me Wicked Boy because I just thought it's a great show. I'm a fan of The Wizard of Oz, but then again, who isn't? So I was really excited. It's a daddy-daughter thing. I'm like, buddy, yeah, Dad? Yo, let's go check out the Wicked movie. And little great, I'll take my daughter out to lunch. Mom could watch my son. I don't think my son has the attention span. So I said, all right, let me take my daughter. This weekend's busy. Tuesday, I got something doing. Wednesday's the day before Thanksgiving, then Thanksgiving. Perfect. Monday night. Yo, you ready, buddy? Monday night, you and Dad, after I'm done with Fox Sports Radio with Steve. That's you, Steve Covino. Where do you want to go to eat, buddy? You picked a restaurant, and then you and Dad, we're going to see Wicked 2. Daddy-daughter date. I get into work today, and Big Mike, who runs this place.
Who?
Mike.
Thank you, Danny. He's like, hey, Monday night. I was like, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to go see Wicked with my daughter. You want to watch Monday Night Football together? Your Niners and my Panthers, big game.
That's
and I'm like, son of a bitch.
And the Panthers actually are playing well.
Decent.
So, yeah, we didn't expect it to be a good game.
I can't cancel the plan once I told my daughter. And I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch on my phone while I'm in Wicked because I want to watch a movie. Is it lame to tell everyone, don't dare contact me and actually watch the game later?
Absolutely what I would do. In fact, put a little, you have a do not disturb on your phone. Like, explain what's going on. I'm at Wicked watching game later. Beat it. Wicked, watching game later.
No spoilers.
Beat it. Leave me alone. No spoilers. There you go. No spoilers.
And set it so that all my text messages don't have the preview?
Yeah, I would not want to. If you could do that, absolutely is what I would do. Don't cancel the movie.
Do you guys do you guys remember the How I Met Your Mother episode where they avoided the Super Bowl for one day? Something happened where they were like, all right, we'll all watch Super Bowl on Monday. So for 24 hours, they all went around town with like blinders on and like, I don't want to hear anything. So I wonder, is it possible in 2025 to go 3 or 4 hours when your team's on prime time without anyone spoiling it for you?
It's challenging, but it's definitely possible. If you really are committed to not finding out until you get home and putting the game on. But then you know what you're going to do? You're going to have the game on. You'll make it home. But then just by instinct, you're going to start scrolling on your phone and see something on social media.
Just turn your phone off.
Yeah, you're going to have to put the phone down.
And don't turn it back on until the game's over.
Yeah, it's really that simple. Right. You're with your daughter. You don't need the phone on.
I guess we came up with our conclusion. Thank you guys for working through it with me because my first thought was Monday. Got nothing going on. Perfect. Wicked. And then Big Mike reminded me, like, how did I not think Monday Night Football? My Niners.
Yep. Hey, it happens. So we get into Showboy Mahomes trivia.
Oh, giving away prizes.
And you can see Showboy Mahomes as he struts into the studio at Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. We do it next. If you want to play, if you want your chance to win, hit us up at 877-99 on Fox. Now, Rich, I finally figured out why my place, was it Mojo Dojo Casa House? My place is the hangout spot for all my friends.
Oh, is it because you have those that sweet fireplace right below your TV? Your TCL?
I got those sweet high ceilings and that sweet chandelier and that sweet TCL. Exactly. The QD Mini LED, the brightness is wild. The contrast is deep. The color is spot on and the motion, silky. You watch a game at the bar at your buddy's house, it's always like, very, very, it's not silky and smooth.
Got to make sure the TV's the right one. And now the price.
Yeah.
The price is looking better, too. So bigger, brighter, better Black Friday. Up to 50% off select TCL TVs, including the Ultimate Series.
And from the QM8K, the ultimate choice, ultimate brightness, ultimate black levels for the ultimate game day experience, to the QM6K, there's a sweet spot for every room.
Premium picture on sale now. Plus, you can still enter to win 4 tickets to Super Bowl 60 with TCL's Ultimate Season to Score. All this is at TCL.com.
TCL.com. Hit your favorite retailer. Grab the amazing deal. Lock in epic experiences, epic savings, and undeniable bragging rights now through Black Friday while supplies last.
TCL, official TV partner. What's up, partner? Of the NFL. Bigger, brighter, better black picture. Select models. Limited time. See TCL.com for details.
TCL. A lot of controversy about Christy Martin and Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney getting a lot of backlash about her portrayal of Christy Martin, and she's the reason why it flopped. The movie's flopping, is terrible in the box office.
Let's flop it more.
Oh, geez. Here it comes.
Her. Oh, no, I won't even go there. I won't. I'm too classy for that. But you know what? I got to say this.
All right, Freddie
You know,
Blassie.
you know what the problem is?
All right, James Lennon Jr.
You know what the problem is? It's you. It's me. It's you. It's everyone. Everyone has whack-ass expectations. What did you think? Did you think this was going to make hundreds of millions of dollars in the box office? No one gives a shit because it's in the theater. But it did get us thinking about biopics we've watched over the years where some people really immerse themselves in the character and others miss the mark.
Okay, so we got 3 good ones, 3 bad ones. Of course, you could add to our list at Covino and Rich.
You decide.
At Fox Sports Radio, hashtag overpromised. You make the call. 3 good ones that we agree on.
By the way, the proof is you're not going to see it, but I guarantee the minute it's on HBO, Prime, Netflix, you're going to be the first one to watch it. You just don't want to get off your ass.
There's a lot of sour grapes, a lot of jealousy, a lot of people just hating on Sydney Sweeney. That's why Christy Martin herself came out today saying, hey, everybody back off. I fight for women. I'm going to stand up for her. She did a great job.
You talking about weenies that were mad at her jeans ad?
There's a lot of people who are just jealous of who she is, have a problem with that ad. You had Ruby Rose, other actors saying that, she was a cretin and she ruined the movie. There's a lot of people just hating on her because she's hot.
To quote James Franco, don't be so peanut butter and jelly.
All right,
Come on.
Some of the good ones, Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody, undeniably great.
I think you and I came up with a top 3 that is undeniable. He was Freddie Mercury. I think he was Freddie Mercury. This is a great one to put on the top 3. Can I give you another one?
Yeah.
A guy that I think he, by the end of the movie, thought he was Abe Lincoln. Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham Lincoln. Unbelievable. Not the Vampire Hunter one. Like, this is like the actual biopic.
I was going to say, I'm a huge fan of the Vampire Slayer, but you're right. This one was good, too.
Wait, he didn't hunt vampires?
No, he did not slay them, hunt them, or anything. But when he was Abe Lincoln, I was like, yo, this is so convincing. I feel like I'm in 1865.
Margot Robbie as Tanya Harding, I thought was a great movie. I wasn't expecting that. Good movie, really good.
I thought she was fantastic. And
you know who else was in that before they were super famous? Paul Walter Hauser. He was one of the goons.
Oh, Stingray?
Yes, Stingray was
from Cobra Kai?
Wasn't he Galooly?
He was one of those dudes in the movie, yeah, but we didn't really know him that well back then. But really good movie. Good movie.
And you know what? Margot Robbie played down the looks just enough because I was like, you don't want to watch this movie thinking like, man, I want to get with Tanya Harding. She played it perfectly, gave that little redneck vibe. I really think Margot Robbie, not only beautiful, but fantastic. I thought Tanya definitely got my attention.
I gotta say, we're not forgetting the Doors movie. We're not forgetting some of the other greats, right? So you could add to the list.
We're allowed to have our favorites. Those are our favorites.
Those are the ones we agreed on.
Want to go over the shit list?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm such a hypocrite here because how could you say you hate something if you've never seen it? I couldn't be convinced by the trailer. I never saw Ali because I'm like, Will Smith, I'm not convinced. I couldn't even.
My man.
Bro, I couldn't even put myself in the mindset.
And when Rich and I agree, it's fact. I'm not a big Will Smith fan anyway, but I am a big Ali fan, and I could never accept him as Muhammad Ali. So it may be the greatest movie ever, but I'm like, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I'm like, I am not supporting this.
I do like Will. I know you don't. I like Will, but when he's Ali, all I see is Will Smith trying to be Ali. Like, I don't.
Can anyone really capture the dynamic personality and greatness of Muhammad Ali? That's really it. It's like, even as great as Will Smith is or could be, it's still not Ali to me.
You know what? I think number 2 on the bunk list, she could capture the hotness, but apparently everything was wrong about the beautiful Ana de Armas as Marilyn Monroe.
She's so hot. She's so talented. But you're right. I watched the movie and it didn't suck, but I could never get past the accent.
It was like,
how are you Marilyn Monroe with an accent? This, along with Ali, Rich and I haven't seen it, but based on the reviews, based on the reaction, the only one that seemed to be impressed with the smashing machine was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I saw him get a standing ovation. Smash. He was crying, but people are saying this movie was ass.
Smash.
And it's his portrayal of Mark Kerr, the mixed martial art fighter, the wrestler, the fighter.
Yo, our house, CNR on FSR. Tuesday in a little bit, we got Showtime Mahomes trivia. Can't wait for that. I'm sorry, Showboy Mahomes trivia.
I saw the life of the Showboy in the lobby. It's weird because Showboy Mahomes steals all the free coffee when he's here. Yeah, so he's in the lobby getting ready.
He looked upset, man. I think he's still stinging from that Broncos game.
Tough week. They're playing like Cheeks, the Kansas City Cheeks, but Showboy Mahomes will be here. We'll lift his spirits, I guess. And your chance to play Showboy Mahomes trivia, win some prizes right about now. So give us a call at 877-99 on Fox if you want your chance to win a Turbo Ball. CNR on FSR's Turbo Nerf footballs. And if we have time, depending on how fast it goes, Rich, we got to talk some fight updates. Okay, there's some fight updates. Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. And a quick reminder, tomorrow, filling in for Dan Patrick. So wake up with us early in the morning, filling in for DP. And we'll be doing midweek major like we always do, the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture. But right now, we're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Rich Davis, the iHeart Studios in Texas. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
All right. Now it's time for something we do every week when it's football season and when he's around. Showtime Mahomes trivia.
The mostly lovable Patrick Mahomes.
Truth is, I want everybody to love me, not just the refs.
It's time for some NFL trivia.
I'm here.
Yes, we know you're here.
All right, Patrick Mahomes here to play Showtime Mahomes trivia.
All right, our FSR security is walking our broke Patrick into the main studio.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, guys.
Little Blue, feeling under the weather?
Yeah, I guess so. I heard someone say we're the Kansas City Cheeks. Doesn't always rub me the right way, but
That was Covino, by the way.
yeah, whatever.
Hey, Patrick. Hey,
That
all
guy
right,
doesn't
buddy?
know his ass from his elbow, but it's always good to be here, guys, even when I'm feeling sad.
Now, I'm sure you'll bounce back at the later stages of the season like you always do.
You know, we're third in the AFC West right now, but still favored to win it all, according to me. According to me and my mom.
I told you, Patrick, and I'm telling everyone that this is a very unpredictable NFL season. In fact, who would have ever thought that you guys would be 5-5 hosting the Colts, who are 8-2
Yeah,
in
they'll
a game
be
where
8-3 next week. Week 12 will be 6-5. And hey, Mr. Schedule Watcher, like I said, third right now, but first in the hearts of Kansas City, and we'll be taking it all. Watch and see.
All right, let's meet the contestants for the game right now. 27-time winner Rich Davis.
Yeah, what's up?
Before the season started, Patrick, he said you wouldn't even make the playoffs. 22-time champion Dan Byer right over there.
Hello.
Hey, what's up,
9-time. Looking for his 10th win today, Spotty Boy.
Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. I feel it.
And let's go to our studio lines. Playing for a CNR Turbo Nerf football. Travis in Boulder City, Nevada was first through. What up, Trav?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm a little sad about the Broncos, but I think I'll be all right.
Travis, what do you do for a living there in Nevada?
I'm a bartender.
Bartender.
Nice,
Cool.
man.
All right, here are the rules for Showtime Mahomes NFL Trivia. The first contestant with 2 correct answers is the champion. If there's a tie, we have a tiebreaker question. Your name is your buzzer, but you do have to wait until all 3 possible answers are read. If there's 2 wrong answers in a row, we move on to the next question. Are you ready? Let's get it on.
All right, Showboy's here, and it's showtime. I'm here, Mahomes, and my wife Brittany knows how much I love chicken fried steak and the mashies and mashed potatoes. But my ultimate favorite food is A, Tex-Mex, B, Italian, or C, Chinese food.
Spot.
Tex-Mex?
Yes.
Yeah. I know you're a big Tex-Mex guy.
That's right.
Man, Rich called his shot the other day in one. Now Spotty's trying to do the same thing.
No.
All right, Spot on the board as we go to round 2.
All right, shout out Lamar Hunt, now Davis, RIP. What year did the NFL-AFL merger take effect?
Ooh.
Is it A, 1968, B, 1970, or C, 1972?
Travis. 1968.
No.
Ooh.
Dan.
Buyer for the steal.
Is it 19... 70?
Yes. Bam.
Okay.
Bam was agreed
So wait.
on in 66, took effect in 1970.
All right.
That's a good question. DB, I'm with you because my first thought was like, all right, Super Bowl 3 was 69, Joe Namath. Super Bowl 1 was 67. I guess it wasn't official until years later?
Yeah, took effect in 70.
Huh, okay.
All right, so Spotty
Interessante.
and Byer on the board. We move to round 3.
Good company.
All right, Patrick Mahomes here. What was I once quoted saying about speed? A, my thinking always is, why don't you put it in the fast guys' hands and let them make plays? B, the refs are well paid, so they don't need to be fast on their feet for us to get the calls. Or C, if you turn and run before making the catch, your blazing 40 speed doesn't matter. What did I say about speed?
Oh, they gave you a beat there, Travis.
Travis, we gave you like 5 seconds, bro. Rich. I'm going to go A.
A is right.
There.
Bam.
That's right. My thinking always is, why don't you put it in the fast guy's hands? Let him make the plays.
All right, we have a 3-way tie.
All right.
Spot, Byer, and Rich as we go to
Travis,
round
come
4.
Hey, I'll tell you what. You guys could criticize, but this game's more heated than the game last night. Cowboys, Raiders, Danny G, your Raiders stink.
Yeah, almost as much as you.
All right. Oh man. Burn. See if I come back next week. All right,
Draymond.
round 4. Who was my favorite NFL team when I was a kid? A, New York Giants, B, Dallas Cowboys, or C, New England Patriots?
Spot for the win.
Is it the Giants?
No.
Ooh.
Travis, you want to try to steal?
Yeah.
All right,
Cowboys.
go. Cowboys is correct. Boom.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, should have known that.
Travis, I like you, but that was the weakest win of all time on our show.
He hasn't won yet.
He hasn't won yet.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick likes Tex-Mex, and his favorite team was the Cowboys.
Oh,
I'm
that makes
shocked.
sense.
I mean, like,
He grew up
right.
in Texas. I'm
Man,
shocked by
what was I thinking?
I mean, like, Patrick thinks he looks good in what color jersey?
Well, his
Red?
dad did pitch in the Big Apple, though. All right, Spot, Byer, Rich, Travis, all tied as we go to round 5.
All right, heated competition, guys. I'm here for it. Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to break this someday, maybe not this season. Who holds the record for most touchdowns in a single season? A, LaDainian Tomlinson. B, Marcus Allen. Or C, Emmitt Smith?
Travis for the win.
Marcus Allen.
Rich,
If we're
can I just
playing
put this-
Tecmo Bowl, yeah.
Oh, man. Rich
Can I
for
put
the
this
steal
game
and
to
the
sleep?
win.
I
Yes.
think we should let Spot.
Yeah, Spot.
Try
go.
to
Yeah.
get it.
Go. Oh, is it Marcus Allen?
You idiot.
The 2 left on the board, Spotty. LaDainian Tomlinson of the Chargers, Emmitt Smith of the Cowboys.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah! Oh, Spotty gets his 10.
All right, he's double digits now. Tomlinson had 31 TDs in 2006.
Yeah, what a year in 06 for LT.
Whoa.
Travis, we tried to spoon feed you that football, but thank you for playing the game.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Man,
man.
appreciate you listening, man. Thanks for supporting the show. And hey, Travis, tell everyone you know to check out our YouTube page, youtube.com, Covino and Rich FSR, and you can watch every day. Go back and see some of the things you missed. So again, our YouTube page.
He's not going to do that for you now, Rich. He didn't get a prize.
Yo, dude, I mean, we couldn't have like that. You know what I felt like? I went to a carnival recently with my kids, and they kept giving my kids a chance to win until they won, and I'm like, it doesn't build character. We couldn't just give it to them. We couldn't.
It was great to see Mahomes, though, man. He really slayed it.
know.
I guess
Hey,
him and Killer Trav just aren't having a great year, are they?
Oh, as Mahomes left Covino, did you know? Would you guys have guessed this? Maybe DB, as we go to his update. DB, would you have guessed that the Chiefs, while they are at home, 3.5-point favorites over Indy? Is it just seem like a desperation at home got to win game or what?
I think that's exactly what it is. But again, the spreads, when we're talking about, like, it's not 3 points at home anymore. It's usually about a point and a half. So you take that on a neutral field, Kansas City is still the slight favorite in a game
Yeah,
against the Colts.
if you're Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones, I love that, and that's like as they say, bulletin board material. You don't think they're going into that game being like, "Yo, we are big time underdogs." Essentially, I love it.
Oh, and they want to beat the Chiefs and Mahomes for sure. That's just a big name to have under their belt for sure.
I really like Kansas City in that game. I know the Colts coming off of a bye and the whole deal, but yeah. That's at home. You have to win this one.
Well, thanks for playing
otherwise
at
you go to
home.
Otherwise you go to 5-6, and then they would have to win out, in my opinion, after that.
Yeah, the division definitely would be out of the run.
Out of reach. Yeah. All right, let's go to DB for an update now that we got him. DB, what's doing, my friend?
Yeah, guys, the Steelers still manning the top of the AFC North, but they don't know if they're going to have Aaron Rodgers coming up on Sunday. Head coach Mike Tomlin said today that Rodgers has a fracture in his left wrist that won't require surgery. However, Rodgers is not going to practice on Wednesday. They'll know later in the week if he's going to play for the 6-4 Steelers as they take on the Bears coming up on Sunday. Houston Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud has been ruled out of Thursday's game against the Bills because of his concussion. There are reports that he'll start Week 13 for the Texans. Cardinals running back Amari DiMarcado suffered a high ankle sprain in the game that you guys saw against the 49ers. He will not play in Week 12 against the Jaguars. Police in Ohio say more than $200,000 worth of property was stolen from the home of Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders on Sunday. It was happening while he was making his debut against the Ravens. Surveillance footage shows that the thieves were in the home for about 12 minutes, around 6:30 local time, or Easter time, that they ended up breaking in. It was local time as well, but we're on the property for about 12 minutes and then we're exited. Right now, no suspects in custody. In college football, Ole Miss head coach Lane Kiffin denied reports that the school gave him an ultimatum and a deadline on making a decision on whether to stay with the Rebels or go to Florida or LSU. He made the comments today on the Pat McAfee show. He was not asked about the recent reports that his family toured Baton Rouge and Gainesville. Warriors forward Draymond Green, as you guys talked about, given a warning by the NBA following his interaction with a fan during Sunday's game in New Orleans. LeBron James still questionable to make his season debut as they take on the Utah Jazz tonight. Speaking of LeBron, says he's not going to play in the 2028 Olympics. And Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo not going to play for the next week or two because of a groin strain. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. So there's some fight updates. We talked about the announcement yesterday. I'll just give you the quick updates. Just the story, I'll give you a little hint. Like about 30 fighters apparently accepted the challenge before they decided on Anthony Joshua. So I'll just give you some of those names and your thoughts on the fight. Rich, you really didn't get to chime in much on that yesterday, so I do want to know your thoughts on Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua.
I think there's such an angle on this fight that if you don't agree with me, I think you are an ass clown of all ass clowns. So are you an ass clown? Find out. Do you agree with me? We'll talk some Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul. By the way, what a little treat the week before Christmas, Friday the 19th. Whether you have a holiday party or whatever you're doing, I feel like that's going to be great background for something. Everyone's going to be watching that fight. And I'll tell you why you got to be watching.
The best
and what's
Christmas
gonna
time fight I saw since Rocky and Drago back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, 1985, Christmas Day in Russia. We'll get some more
legendary.
CNR. We'll talk some fights next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
I must break you.
The question really is, Drake May is him, or is he? Because we don't quite know. It's the big question today, and I'm here to tell you that I think he is.
Well, keep in mind, you could be prisoner of the moment. You can't deny that the guy is great, but people live in a world of headlines, and people love to say things like, he's the next Tom Brady. I mean, I will admit this. They didn't struggle really that long. Like, they found their guy immediately. It's like a guy who lost his wife and then found another hot one a few years later. It happened really quick. There was no really downtime and down period for the Patriots.
There were some Cam Newton years in there and some
just
other experiments.
A few, but it seems like they are back and in full force again, beating the Jets yesterday to kick off Week 11, 27-14. They're now 9-2.
Well,
but if you read like what people are saying on social media, like, Tom Brady was cloned, man. He's Tom Brady. Is he really Tom Brady? Is he him, as the kiddos say, as Rich just said, 877-99 on Fox? That's the question. Plus, there's a whole story about his wife.
Well, here's the thing. When you ask yourself, is Drake May the real deal, essentially? You got to remind yourself, yeah, he was a top-level pick. It's not like he's some guy that's just like, got lucky.
I get it.
You know,
not a surprise, but not everybody pans out either, as you see in the NFL.
People love to say, well, look at their schedule, it's weak. And I will forever hate that argument because you only play who's on your schedule. You can't dictate and be like, we want tougher competition. You play who's on your schedule. And if you think back, Danny G, week 1, the Patriots lost to your Raiders.
Yo, what up, Danny G?
Oh, yeah, Geno Smith looked excellent in that game.
And we thought like, oh, man, Patriots, what a rough week 1. They lost to the Raiders. Then we thought for a minute your Raiders might be good. Since then,
get this.
Since then, this team has gone 9-1.
9-1. Drake May stepped up. And again, they're playing the Jets. 281 yards, 1 tutty, but just looking solid. And the whole team sort of vibes around them. They're 4-2 at home and 9-2 overall. The Patriots are the real deal. Of course, there's the Colts. Of course, there's the Broncos. Of course, there's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But got to be high on the Patriots. Is he the guy, or are we just really excited that he could be or appears to be or seems to be the next Tom Brady?
Well, in a world where everyone clearly loves to gamble, that's another storyline in the world of sports lately.
He's going to hate that comparison, if not speaking out about it already. It's like filling really big shoes. It's like, let me just be the best Drake May I could be. Because you're never – like being compared to Tom Brady is the worst thing in the world. But it's like, and I hate to give you a Yankee example, it's like who was always going to follow Jeter? That was always a conversation. That's what Volpe's haunted by right now.
Look at the odds right now via DraftKings Sportsbook. Drake May is your favorite to win the MVP. I repeat, Drake May is your favorite to win the MVP. So I look at this as an opportunity to say, what's the better bet? Because Danny G, Dan Byer, I was Sam, our team back in L.A., can we all agree that, like, we're not quite sure that is the result, fast forward the second half of the year? Would you be confident in putting your cash behind Drake May?
All right, yeah. Would you? Narratives change week to week, and you know this because we talk about it. You know, he could all of a sudden have a few bad games, and then we're saying Drake May might be ass. That's just how the sports world works. It's a very fickle fan base. We love to cheer people when they're hot and tear them down when they stink. So we'll see. It's still way early. I mean, even though it's week 11 already. But anything can happen in the next few weeks. Why don't you do what you do best? Schedule watch.
Oh, Sam, I have to do it. Can we schedule watch maybe?
Let's break it down. Let's figure it out.
Oh, boy.
The Rich loves to look at the schedule game.
Schedule watching. Yeah.
That's how you figure it out.
Watching. All right, let's take a look at where the Patriots go from here. Because you could say, all right, well, listen, they're 9-2. They play at the Bengals. That is a winnable game.
Yeah.
10-2. They play Giants in New England. 11-2. They play the Bills. Let's assume the Bills and Pats split. 11-3.
Okay.
The Ravens, who are fighting, right? They're back on track. Maybe 11-4. We'll do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Jets 12-4. Dolphins, who will be probably playing for nothing. This Patriots team could go 13-4, and then you're saying, well, that seems like a possibility that Drake May could be your MVP if he continues to play the way he's been playing. But let me give you the Vegas odds of other guys in the mix.
And he plays some stinkers, padding those numbers, playing the Jets again. And, yeah, so if he keeps it up, that's definitely going to be the conversation.
Yo,
welcome
CNR.
Back. Yeah.
FSR.
We're Pirates' favorite show.
Yeah. CNR.
C and R.
I wanted to make a point. I know you want to talk some fights here on Covino and Rich, as we do it live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, from the studio. We were talking the other day about how it was how cheap was it to get into the Browns game?
$10 online.
I just did a little investigating, just for the heck of it, because we just went to a 49ers Cardinals game, and tickets are a couple $100, right? I know it's Thanksgiving week, but just to show the juxtaposition, I'm using a big word, between good teams and bad teams and ticket cost, the cheapest ticket for Packers-Lions on Thanksgiving Day, $339. Cheapest ticket for Chiefs in Dallas, $200. Black Friday, the Black Friday game, Bears in Philly, $330 at the Link, the cheapest ticket. And then you look at some of the other games over the next couple weeks. Get this. The Jacksonville Jags and the Tennessee Titans, tickets as low as $10.
It's embarrassing.
$10?
$10. You can only get
$10?
You can only get a half a lap dance for $10. You can't even get a half a lap dance for $10.
Bro, lap dance
for $1.
You can't even buy a sandwich at the airport for $10.
Bro,
you can get an intro to one song.
You can't get a latte at a fancy coffee shop for $10. In fact, I told you I was bringing my daughter to see Wicked. Movie tickets are double that price. Go see a movie for double the price of what you could go see the Jacksonville Jags at Tennessee in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. It really is.
$10?
$10? That's wild. That's a wheel of a steal of a deal.
So, hey, go. And you know what? Not much better. The Browns hosting my 49ers in Cleveland. $24. Go see Shador versus the Niners. I would, no?
Definitely. $24? Yeah, why not? That's cheap, man. Definitely. Bring the kids. Take them to a game. We're Covino and Rich live from Fox Sports Radio studio. Remember, we're in for Dan Patrick, so wake up with us early tomorrow. That means DP and Monty taking over the afternoons tomorrow, so props to them. Listen out for Dan Patrick and Monty. We're also going to be doing Midweek Major on the Dan Patrick Show, the biggest stories in sports and pop culture. We decide early in the morning, are these stories midweek or major? We do it every Wednesday. And we'll be giving away more prizes on the Dan Patrick Show right here on Fox Sports Radio. And we'll be doing it live at Covino and Rich FSR if you just want to watch it. Covino and Rich FSR, that's our YouTube channel, and we stay interactive there. But Rich, yesterday was the announcement of Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. 28-year-old Jake Paul, 36-year-old Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul 6'1", Joshua 6'6" stallion. Jake Paul's 200 pounds, but he could get well over that. And AJ walks around like 250 plus. His reach is bigger. He's just a strapping dude and a former heavyweight champion, Olympic gold medal winner versus, again, Jake Paul, who packs a strong punch, but he's still learning the sport.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I was going to say my immediate take is that any ass clown that loves Jake Paul doesn't fight any real fighters. First of all, I think he has. Maybe not the fighters you want him to fight. Yes, and he's fought some guys that were UFC guys that tried to box. I get it. His whole repertoire and resume isn't full of accomplished boxers. But after saying, I'm going to fight Anthony Joshua, your wish has come true. For everyone that said, I want him to fight a real fighter. If this isn't a real fighter to you, if he can hang with Anthony Joshua, and my goodness, imagine if he actually looked good and won, or even hung. What if he pulled the Rocky Balboa and just went the distance?
Then moral victory and major props to Jake Paul. Props to just even take this fight, because this is a clear example, in my opinion, of biting off more than you can chew and being delusional, but having nuts of steel. Props to him for that. But there's no way he's going to win this fight.
Anthony Joshua.
If it's a real fight, and I think it is.
Anthony Joshua, for all intents and purposes, should knock Jake Paul on his ass. So anyone that wants to see Jake Paul finally get beat pretty bad, it will likely happen. And if Jake Paul hangs and does well, then we have no choice but to say Jake Paul is legit.
Yeah, and here's the update. First off, Anthony Joshua, anyone doubting this guy, the people he lost to most recently, Dubois and Oleksandr Usyk, I'm not sure anyone under the moon could beat those guys.
No.
So it's not like he lost the bums. These are heavyweight contenders and champions. Now, the update is there was apparently 30 fighters that accepted the offer, and one of them was Terrence Crawford. So Ryan Garcia was in the mix, Terrence Crawford, and talks of Alexander Usyk, the current champion, who they're saying might be a better matchup in the future if he does well here because they're around the same height and weight. He's more of a cruiserweight, heavyweight champion.
Usyk makes Tyson Fury look stupid. Anyway, I love this stuff. I can't wait. December 19th, and we'll see you guys tomorrow in for DP. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.